I don't like reading, but I'm on track to read over 100 books this year. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 4 tips so you can go from someone who hates reading to someone who reads a lot. Hey, it's Aron from Hidden ADD, where I share with you the tools, insights, and science-backed strategies that you can use to overcome your ADD and realize your fullest potential. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I've got lots of new content coming out every single week. Reading is so incredibly important to both career success and personal growth. I love this Jim Rohn quote, which says, "The difference between where you are today and where you'll be 5 years from now will be found in the quality of books you've read." Jim Rohn, for those of you who don't know, is a personal development legend. So what am I supposed to do if I hate to read? Good question. That was the first one that I asked myself. And in this video, I'll share with you 4 strategies that I've found to radically increase the amount that I'm reading. Strategy number 1, don't try to read. What should I do if I don't try to read? A few options. My personal favorite is get read to. This is something that they've put into Amazon Kindle, where if you download the audiobook companion, it will read it to you. So this is The One Thing, which is a great book I highly recommend. And it reads it and highlights the words.
Mandino said, "It is those who concentrate on but one thing at a time who advance in this world."
So I can sit on the couch at night with my AirPods in or something else, and I can have a book basically read to me, but I'm following along with my eyes. The other way to read more by not reading is just straight up audiobooks. So you can do Audible or your preferred provider. I've also heard some friends use Scribd. My main provider is Chicago Public Library has a program called Libby. They've got all sorts of audiobooks. Right now I've got 2 checked out and I've got holds on a bunch of others. There's a good ADD book. Strategy number 2, start with topics that you're really interested in. If you've seen my video on the differences in the ADD brain versus neurotypicals, you understand that for us ADDers, we need to be interested in something to get motivated to do it. So for me, as you might have seen in all of these things, they're all personal development books. I don't know why, I've always loved personal development, probably because I struggled so much with undiagnosed ADD, but I was smart and I wanted to figure out some answers. So I love those kind of books, which is the reason I'm doing this channel, so I can share those with you. But once I realized I could get interesting personal development books and just general nonfiction books, you know, the Malcolm Gladwells and the Dan Pinks and all these books, I was instantly in love. Strategy number 3, find places where you can insert listening to audiobooks into your routine. So let me give you an example. In these times of quarantine and COVID, where I'm at home almost all the time, I realized that I need to get my butt out of the house, and so I've started taking morning walks. On my morning half an hour walk, I throw in my AirPods. I'm already super interested in the books that are being read to me. I have the best walk ever and I'm getting tons of reading in. Side note, I tend to listen to it on what my wife calls hamster speed. So you can speed these up if you're like me and get bored and distracted easily and need the pace to be faster than the default pace might be. Another example of where you could fit in a regular audiobook listening would be if you have a regular drive time or a regular commute to somewhere. Or you could simply fit it in at night, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, on the couch, have your iPad read to you, or whatever flavor works best for you. And strategy number 4 is to use or regurgitate the knowledge within a month. So up until now, we've been getting lots of great input, lots of cool ideas. We're having things read to us, we're having our AirPods in, and we're having audiobooks coming through. all these great ideas. To genuinely learn something and remember it, you need to use the knowledge. So here's a few ways that I personally make sure to use the knowledge. Share it in conversation with friends or family. People like to learn new things. If you've come across a cool idea and something you've read, say, hey, I just read this great book recently, or I'm reading this great book. This is super interesting. Another option would be to take some notes at some point during reading the book or after, almost effectively journaling. So you can like make a mind map of like the different ideas and things you remember. For me, writing things down and doing all that doesn't really work for me. So I do this very odd process instead, but maybe you want to adopt it. So once I've completed a book, I find a free book summary online. I copy it into a new document, edit it as I see fit, and then I use those notes to record a private 15-minute video of me very clumsily and messily explaining the book to somebody else. Like, this happened, and this, oh, in chapter 3, this is really cool. Malcolm Gladwell talks about how in this situation, and I basically just record this as if I was telling it to somebody. And for me, that gives me a chance to have to play the content back to somebody. Granted, it's to a private video that I don't share or upload. It's very messy, but it makes my brain access the knowledge and form it into words, which makes it stick longer. So those are my 4 strategies for reading more, even if you hate to read. What strategies do you have? What have you found that's worked for you? Put them down in the comments below for the other viewers of the video so that they can benefit from your strategies. Love to know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video.